Hey everybody, clearing. Okay, today we're going to do a Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine mirroring reading. I'm trying to decide, I'm kind of getting the nudge that we're going to consult some talking cards. So I have two decks, one is the Hermetic Tarot and the other one is the Mirroring Messages Yin-Yang deck here. This is beautiful. So I'm just gonna shuffle a masculine and feminine group of cards here so that we can get into it. I've got two decks for the feminines, two for the masculines, and I think I'm going to use the yin yang cards as the feminine talking deck and the hermit as the masculine. I wonder why that could be. Okay, so those are shuffled, and now let's get into, thank you Divine Creator for using me as a channel of only the highest, most beneficial information coming through for the twins that join me here. What can we see for the Divine Masculines and Divine Feminines today? On the journey, what is the most high frequency stuff we can get into on this journey to make it fun? To not take it so seriously, to bring the ecstatic bliss back into the earth dimension. And a little bit of a shout out to my hat. It's borrowed from a friend. Alex, cool hat. Okay, Divine Feminine clarifiers. What can we see for how the feminines and masculines are thinking, feeling, wishing, doing, troubled by, solving, and moving towards? All right, here we go. For the Divine Masculines, we are getting the Moon with 10 of Pentacles. Moon in the reverse. This is secrets coming to light. The Divine Feminine way revealed. I think we got that card the other day where there's more of a wisdom, a radical acceptance of the emotionality of the feminine wearing their heart on their sleeve. The Divine Masculine see how your wisdom, your transparency, your vulnerability, your honesty, your integrity, your authenticity, and your sovereignty have been so informative, instructive for this long-term vision of what really matters. Divine Feminine, that is amazing. Okay. And Divine Masculines, thank you for recognizing that in the feminine, the Divine Feminine energy. That's not something that you find in the karmic feminine templates. What are the Divine Feminines? Page of Cups, Page of Coins. Divine Feminines are looking to bring things into communication, is what I'm seeing here. They're wanting to continue to push that edge of love-filled unattachment, but growth. That is a very sweet edge that the feminines are learning to. I'm seeing somebody surfing and hanging 10. I'm also seeing a tightrope walker, a slackline. Those might resonate for some. But it is that, and the razor's edge. It's that cutting edge of balance that is in unattachment and yet still self-love and love, unconditional love of other. Divine Feminines are on that edge with this connection. So how you're looking at this connection, how you're processing your own balance versus the knowing and the pull towards your person. What can we see for the masculines about this? What message would the Divine Masculines have for the Divine Feminines about seeing the wisdom of the moon energy? We are getting now is not the time, but you are right, and I think we should slow down. So it's a lot to take in, is what I just heard. There's processing. It's a long term. I'm hearing things that are meant to withstand the test of time also have a similar slow burn, soul build, foundation created. Rome wasn't built in a day, I just heard. What are the feminines saying about this cutting edge of self and other? I am coming home. I'm hearing I am coming home to myself, and therefore there is nowhere to go but home with you as well. This is the I'm hearing evaporation of the veil between self and other, of separation mentality. Very nice. What are the masculines feeling on the heart space? Oh, we get the Son of Cups. That's not the page that the feminines had. And the moon in the reverse again. So here it is again. So head and heart are in profound alignment, masculines, and as you love yourself, you love other. As you love yourself, you bond, you relate, you connect on that primordial subconscious level with your feminine. There's that, you know, the high heart of the twin included in the inner experience of self. There the twin is in that meeting place, the Holy of Holies. How exquisite, divine masculines. Where are the feminines on the heart space? All the cards of blockages. I heard for some you're unblocking your divine masculine and, you know, social and all of that and putting down the guard, but also energetically you're seeing the impossible conduit of love squeaking in through a wall that you thought you might have had, a conditionality. You're seeing the little mouse's door in the infinitely long hallway. You're seeing those little ports of progress in your very firm beliefs, your previous notions about your preferences. You're seeing expansion in peculiar ways, and your guard is dropping. Love is winning. Divine feminines, you are still growing. There may have been major growth spurts on this journey for you, divine feminines, and you may have thought you arrived, but I'm seeing there's just this little glimmer. Something is coming through the surface that you're seeing in a new way. You're still cracking the code. Keep doing it, divine feminines. What would the masculines say about this head and heart alignment, the self-love, and being able to see the feminine for who they are more clearly? What can we see? Divine masculines, that's way too many. What can we see? Divine masculines. Okay, yeah, they're still coming to the truth of this connection of inner love versus seeing you for who you are truly, divine feminine. As the masculines, as you divine masculines begin to see yourself more clearly, you see the natural affinity with the feminine more clearly. This is in the process of being revealed on a deep, deep transformative heart level. I just heard. What would the feminines say about this impossible continuation of growth? You make me whole, and I know you are my twin flame. I knew that was going to come out. So it's like, because the feminines are so sure that the masculines are their twin flame, because the divine has shown, it keeps busting the paradigms. It keeps promoting growth. It keeps finding a way through the impossible limitations. What are the masculines wishing for the connection? Oh, to open the mind. And we have another mirrored card here. Page of Pentacles, Messenger of Pentacles. The feminines got this on the mind space, that cutting edge between self-love and unconditional love of other. Divine masculines, you're wishing to put down your stubborn stoicism, I just heard, and offer selflessly. You have reached enough capacity now that your bandwidth is expanding, and you have enough generous energy to be more curious about this connection. Lovely. Yes, it's a good day. Good day, divine masculines, for you to get to that place where you can withstand a little bit more capacity regarding your feminine. I have to say that feels like it is being pulled from you, from the cosmos, in preparation for the Mars-Venus conjunction on February 12th, which is my birthday. It feels like you are getting into this alignment to be able to expand your capacity in love. Divine Feminines, what are you wishing for? The truth, enlightenment, communication, transformed communication. There's a butterfly there. Divine Feminines, you're feeling like the sun is going to shine. So you can energetically feel that your Divine Masculine's capacity is expanding towards curious exploration of this connection, whether it's just energetically or, you know, there is the prophetic understanding here that it's going to result in communication. So you're not wrong, Divine Feminine, when you're excited about something. The sun is the most joyful thing there is. So you're coming into a excited anticipation about communications revolving around transformation, because you can feel it's actually in the vicinity now, that your Divine Masculine is actually coming into an openness where this isn't an impossible dream anymore. Okay, what can we see? What would the masculine say about opening their mind and becoming more curious, and therefore proclaiming energetically that their capacity has expanded a bit? What would they say? Will you choose me? So after having closed off and kept you at bay, they are wondering if you're going to be receptive now that they're coming around. I'm hearing, what are the feminines wanting to say to the Divine Masculines about the willingness to have these excitement induced conversations, these testaments of overcoming? I am ready. So Divine Feminines, you know, these conversations don't happen if you're not in the right alignment. On the twin journey, we have to be in alignment with this excited anticipation regarding communication with our twin, meeting with our twin, connecting again. That's what brings in the manifestation of it. When we are on the journey and we come together and we catalyze, we go apart to integrate whatever that new stimulation was. As we process, it sinks in. As it sinks in, it supports us. As it supports us, we appreciate it. As we appreciate it, we see our twin as having been part of that, and we appreciate our twin. When we appreciate our twin, we get amped up to see them again because we're excited, and that's what magnetizes in this communication and that readiness, the receptivity. Beautiful. What actions are the masculines taking? Letting go of the past in the name of unconditional love. So there is a lot of, you know, will you choose me? And now becoming ready, now expanding in capacity to explore a little bit more of what this weird connection is. This person that you know the soul of, Divine Masculine, and yet have no rational reason to have that knowing. You're dropping your guard. You're willing to let go of everything that's happened in the past to go forward in the name of unconditional love and openness. Divine Feminines, what actions are you taking? You're daring to believe your Divine Masculine wasn't a manipulator. King of Cups in the reverse is, you know, this is the notorious holds back the love, doesn't talk about it, it isn't anything to see here kind of thing, move along, forget about it. And this Magician in the reverse is the manipulation, the threat of manipulation. So that combination is, you know, playing your emotions against you, scarcity, withholding. You can't make it up on the journey. If you've felt your Divine Masculine like this, that's because they have had to heal. They have had to get to a place in themselves where they had the capacity to go further with this. It's huge energetic work. It's very intuitive. And unless they are in that position, they're coming across, or have in the past come across as weak energy. And so divine feminines, you are putting down the guard against that because you're no longer taking it personally. Energetically, because your divine masculine is becoming more curious and able to explore these things, you just simply aren't feeling the need to keep your guard up because you don't have to protect yourself when there's a willingness on the other side of the energy. So take note of that, divine masculines. Your divine feminine doesn't have to be a skeptic if you're coming correct. Okay. What is the message that the masculines would say about letting go of the past and seeing it through? Sex with you in the reverse. So it's not that they want to have sex with you or anything, or curious about that, but maybe they're not going to come to you purely through that, though. There is a connection growing regarding the sexual connection and the love available here that they see, the untapped potential. Okay, what are the feminines feeling? Oh my gosh, I'm in a goofy mood. I just want space. So divine feminines are understanding that any of the distance in these connections that was created through the growth curve, the edges of capacity for each twin, this is a sacred knowledge now that allows for autonomy, allows for space in the connections, allows for sovereignty within it, because the feminines stop taking some of this personally, or all of it, please, all of it. What a great nudge for feminines. Don't take anything your divine masculine does personally. And in that, there is this total freedom for space and autonomy within the connection. So divine masculines, your divine feminine gets it. They just want both of you to be yourselves and have all the space that you each need for that. And they value their space now in ways that they didn't before, because they aren't in fear anymore. Okay, what is the biggest challenge for the masculine? Moving forward with the divine feminine, because of where things are at. What is the solution for that? Empress in the reverse and Daughter of Cups, grounding this, affirming. Wow, look at all that divine feminine. So all in the reverse, there's a little bit of a waiting here, percolating under the surface. I'm being told to turn it all in the upright and show. So when everything comes out in the reverse like that, sometimes I am nudged to flip the cards and give a time frame. Mitali from Mostly in the Moment. Gosh, I love you, girl. She's the one that I got that spiritual nudge to read cards that particular way when this happens. Sometimes I don't do it as a general rule, but sometimes energetically I'm nudged, and I was here. So now we have the Empress in the upright with surrendering to the love and the knowledge that there will be movement forward from the divine masculine towards the feminine. We saw the Chariot in yesterday's reading with a bit of a message that the masculines want to come towards you. They may want to move towards you. They want to physically visit you. They want to connect. They want to ground the abundance that's possible here. But divine masculines, it's not just meeting up with your feminine. It does promise to be an unlimited source of connection that can unfold perpetually in the right alignment. There is no shortage of the potential that can be accessed when there is a surrendered motion within both, fully on that heart space, because there is no uncertainty left about love, about safety, about being able to manage our own happiness, our own self-soothing, our own freedom. It is unlimited. What is the divine feminine challenge at this time? Integrate the healing about the past so that this new prosperous beginning in the physical can actually be safe to come in. What is the spirit-guided solution? Take a leap of faith and continue on that cutting edge of choosing love over fear in impossible ways. So whatever cap that you have had, whatever assumption you have had that you have reached your max capacity, again, we had that little mouse door analogy in the infinite hallway of assumption. But there's that little mouse door that you could go through that opens up into a grand palace. I'm just seeing this dark hallway of assumption, and then this one little mouse, unassuming mouse hole that opens up into a dripping gold, heavenly like playground of experience. Find that little door here. Take the leap of faith that when you just think everything is set in stone, that reality won't budge, find that little loving treasure door. Take the leap of faith that you can bring more movement, even if it's just a crack, that will open up into something so marvelous. Believe it. That is the prerequisite to accessing it, is to understand that you may be in a particular alignment that doesn't allow for the hope of change to come in. That's never a truth. Change is the only inevitable. Love is the only eternal. That's a magical combination. What would the masculines say about this challenge of surrendering to true aliveness and abundance in this connection, coming towards the feminine? Ooh, I'm a very jealous person and I want you in the reverse. This comes out once in a while. Even though the masculines have professed non-attachment or being able to have multiple partners, compartmentalized sex versus emotional connection, all of that, it's because they are so sacred and pure and ferociously dedicated, potentially, that when they give their heart, it is on that level that it is only you. They're on that fearful edge of admitting this to themselves. That once they give their heart, there is no going back. And it's a little bit of an adrenaline rush I can feel in this motion. And I also feel them backing off still, but there's this coming to the edge of the meadow and scaring themselves that you, my dear divine feminine, might just be that good. And they won't want anybody else to have you. So now that they see what you're worth, they're like, ooh, love isn't possessive. And that is another. The feminines have been in this position in the past. The masculines are focusing towards it at this time. What is the feminine? I'm hearing a lot of the divine masculines who might watch this saying, heck no, I'm not that way. And I'm hearing the spirit guidance saying, check yourself, divine masculines. What have you been so afraid of with these connections then? Really go into your heart. Are you so sure that you're not that way with your feminine? Maybe you're not that way with mere mortals. But potentially there's a different thing going on with why you have treated your feminine in such a special way. What are the feminines going to say to the divine masculines? You are my light. You are a muse for your divine feminine and an inspiration to keep cracking their heart open in unconditional love more and more, whether you like it or not, whether you know it or not. You are very, very special to your divine feminine. There's nothing like you, DM weirdo. Oh my gosh, where's this going? It's the hat. I swear it's the hat. Divine masculines, you're back to the drawing board with this 10 of Cups and Hermit mode. Hermit is always focused on that destined path, asking for divine guidance, asking for the path ahead to be revealed, the path of happiness. The divine masculines are at the doorway. There are 3, 4, 5, 6 keys in this picture. So there are 6 pathways to happiness, Divine Masculines, I'm being told. If you really want to go deeply into this, write down the 6 things that would most make you happy. I'm being told a little bit of homework here, energetic homework. I never get this kind of message, but write down the things that you have identified, the top 6 things, masculines and feminines. This can be your inner masculine. The 6 main things that make you happy. Out of curiosity, check and see if your twin actually fulfills those 6 things. Like if you can see those things exemplified in the potential available with how you're looking at your twin. It might surprise you, I'm being told. And for the feminines, where is the energy going? Frivolous, fun, 3 of Cups and 2 of Cups. 2 of Cups is on the back burner in the name of just cutting loose right now with some really good, incredibly expanded fun. Divine feminines, you have let go of your masculine. You of course know that your masculine exists, probably always feeling your divine masculine in your energy field, and you're still accessing that incredible blissful fun. Well done. That is a testament of mastery, that you can harmonize the reality of both. Your divine masculine might not be in your life, but you are accessing the aliveness, whereas in the past, maybe not so much. What would the masculines say to the divine feminines about this meditation on the destined path of happiness and true fulfillment? I think so, yes, and I want a fresh start with you, both in the reverse. So there are some contemplations about happiness and the destined path regarding a brand new way of showing up that they're pretty sure in time will happen with you and your connection. Keep following that intuitive guidance that qualifies it, divine masculines. And for the feminines, regarding their path, I want to please you. That's interesting. So as the feminines surrender into blissful living and please themselves, they know that true love from the masculine requires their happiness. Like the divine masculines love the divine feminines so much, they want them to experience bliss and joy in their own right, to the fullest, with the most autonomy that they can. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And I'm being told that the self-worth struggles of the masculine has held up in the safety of wanting the feminines to do that and not make them responsible for their happiness, so that the feminines wouldn't make the divine masculines responsible for their happiness. There is a little bittersweet in that, because the divine masculines have pushed the feminines away, and that has hurt them. That has been a tender thing. Oh, these journeys are deep. You're so great, divine masculines. You're so great, divine feminines. Divine feminines know that they want their divine masculines to be proud of them for being fully realized. Juicy. It's so good. Bye, everybody. I think I might come back on and do a live reading today for you guys. Oh, yeah. Bye for now.